Hello everybody, in this video we are going to take a look at an Instagram short from English with Aga. Oh, actually it might be Agar. Actually I don't really know, I've never thought about it up until now. The reason why we're going to do this video is because this woman actually is the inspiration for me to make these collection of YouTube videos about TikTok English teachers. Because she is an absolute genius at giving you just enough information to make you feel that you've been informed, but not enough information to actually inform you of anything. So in this video, she poses this question.
What's the difference between I've seen this film and I saw this film in English?
This is a classic question that you often get asked as English teachers. What is the difference between simple past and present perfect? And actually the answer is incredibly easy to understand, but as you'll see from this short, the information that we are going to get is just going to make no sense to you at all. Let's start.
When I say I've seen this film, it doesn't matter when it happened.
The implication of what she's just said is when we use simple past, the time does matter. And that's simply not true. It's all about context. It's not about which verb form you use. Let me give you an example. Dinosaurs have walked on the earth. Present perfect. But the timing of when they walked on the earth is not important in that sentence. Equally, I can say dinosaurs walked on the earth. Simple past. But the time of when they walked on the earth is not important in the sentence. And I could go on, past continuous. For example, I was walking down the street when I saw a dog. When I walked down the street, when I saw the dog, the time of that is just not important in the context of these sentences. And that's past continuous. So we know that whether you use past perfect, simple past, or past continuous, the timing of that isn't necessarily important. So the very first thing she tells us about present perfect is meaningless. Let's go on.
It's just a completed action in the past.
Literally every action we do in the past is just a completed action in the past. Again, let's use my examples. Dinosaurs have walked on the earth. It's a completed action in the past. They no longer walk on the earth. But equally, dinosaurs walked on the earth. It is a completed action in the past. They no longer walk on the earth. And again, I was walking down the street when I saw a dog. Walking down the street is a completed action. I'm not doing it now. I saw a dog. That was a completed action in the past. So again, what she is ascribing to present perfect can also be ascribed to simple past and past continuous. But I'm going to take this even further because present perfect isn't just a action that is completed in the past. That is the essence of what it is not. Anyway, I'll explain that bit later on. Let's continue with this woman.
When I say I saw this film, I'm talking about a particular moment in the past. For example, I saw this film last night.
The phrase last night is doing all the work here to try and prove to you the point that she's trying to make. But the truth is, you can remove the last night and the grammar of the sentence is still correct. I saw the film. doesn't matter when. We don't have to give a time, and the time doesn't have to be important when we use the simple past. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're a student at school and you have been given some homework. You have to watch a film over the weekend. You go to school Monday morning and there's a test. You fail the test. You score very low. At the end of the lesson, the teacher comes up to you and says, "Why didn't you do your homework? Why didn't you watch the film?" Now you could reply, "I have watched the film." Present perfect. But the timing of when you watched that film is completely irrelevant. Equally, you could say, "I watched the film," or "I did watch the film." Simple past. And again, the timing is not important. It could be that you watched the film over the weekend, or it could be that the film is a favorite of yours and you've watched it at least half a dozen times. A lot of the TikTok teachers, they know the rules of how you construct verb forms in English, but they don't know, or at least they don't express why you do that. And often, and again, case in point, they will confuse the two and present the rules of how you use present perfect as the reasons why you use present perfect. Because she's right in saying that we can't use a closed time with present perfect. So we can't say, "I have seen the film last night." Closed time is a finished, completed piece of time in the past. We can say, "I did see the film last night." But all this is doing is explaining to us the rules of construction. It's not explaining to us the difference in meaning. In present perfect, there is only one reason, and that is to express an action that happened in the past but has a consequence now. So when she says this,
When I say I've seen this film, it doesn't matter when it happened. It's just a completed action in the past.
she's actually incredibly incorrect, because it isn't just a completed action in the past. That is simple past. Present perfect rather, is a completed action in the past with a consequence in the present. And she does not explain that at all. Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much for watching the video. Let me just give you a piece of advice here and say, just be careful about who you follow online when you're trying to learn English. Because when you realize just how many mistakes these teachers make and how much misinformation they put out on their videos, it definitely is going to make you cautious. So if you're going to be learning English using online teachers, be safe. Do your own research. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye-bye now.